What's up, everyone? Welcome to Opening Up. I'm your host, Arthur. First, want to thank you all for watching my videos and subscribing. Watching my video and subscribing. Really meant a lot to me. I appreciate it. I love the comments. I love people who reached out, and like I said, it means a lot to me. So thank you. We're here in episode two: rice, beans, and tuna fish, and we'll get into why that is. And today we're also going to be opening a very special box of cards, the elusive 50/50 Ohtani box that has 10 packs. Um, there is an ultra rare one of one card, which may have been pulled already. I'm not sure, but we'll see what we have in here. So we'll be opening that. This week, I want to talk about something that was reading in the news a few days ago. You may be aware there was that plane crash that happened in DC. And it's kind of crazy. And the amount of lives that were lost in that horrific accident. And I was reading the Wall Street Journal, I think like 2 days later, and they were talking about the families in the last moments. And that moment made me think about just life in general. And the reality is life is short, and we never know when that moment may be. So one of the takeaways I got from it is like really appreciate the people you love. It started made me think about my mom. I lost my mom 6.5 years ago, and you know, one of the things I'm glad I got to do is have a final moment with her. She had passed away a few days after her birthday, so for her birthday, me, her grandkids, we were able to get together, take her out, and have like one last meal, one last great memory with her. And ironic enough is that that day I'm dropping her off because we kind of were like in a rough patch, and it's weird because my mom was a very, very, very independent woman. And as she was getting older, she lived by herself. I started getting worried. Can she take care of herself? And every time I would try to maybe should we look to helping you out? Maybe close. Like she was adamant against it. She wanted to stay in her apartment. It was her freedom. For those who know my mom, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Um, and what's crazy was that day was the first time she told me, "I don't know if I can continue to take it." Like it was the first time she mentioned me, like, "I need help." And what was crazy is 10 days later she passed away. So it was just like, listen, she got her wish. She to her last day she got to live her freedom. But made me think about it. So this instant made me think about my mom and then just think about my childhood and growing up. And it was a very unique childhood for me. Um, while there were some things that I had to, cope with, and I've talked about with the therapy in the first episode, it was also very unique. I remember with my mom, we would go to the beach at night. Very weird thing. Like we would go to Rockaway Beach like at 11 o'clock at night and hang out there till like 5, 6 in the morning. This was in the summer, and they come home. Which for me as a kid, and we did this quite a few times, it was a norm for me. Not realize I was older how much that is not a norm. I remember one time we were supposed to go camping. It was her and her friends. It was like a 4 day trip. We were supposed to go camping somewhere in Jersey. I mean, we all like packed up. We had all this thing in the car for everything. We all go out there, and apparently the person that had coordinated this forgot to make the reservation, and we had no campsite to go to. So we ended up in the beach, and we actually stayed in the beach for 4 days, which is insane. Like I think about it now, it was 4 days. We stood at the beach straight. Um, I know first question people ask me like, well, "How the hell did you shower?" The beaches had showers there, and but it was just like this was the childhood I had. I remember my mom used to throw like these parties with her friends, and it was just like it was very different. She one time did this party. It's called the Sadamis. I lived on Saddam, and it was called the Sadamis, and it was almost like an Oscar. It was like an award type party. And what they did was they actually like did ballots of different categories and had all their friends fill it out. And people who got the most votes for category, they would get an award. And they did this whole like they had like from best costume at a party to the I forgot the different categories. I mean, it was so long ago, but these are the type of things that I grew up with. wasn't your norm, but it was very unique. And that was my mom. You know, I think about my mom a lot, and I think about what she. I can't even fathom what she went through. But I can try to put it into context of this was a woman who, at under 2 years old, came to the United States from Puerto Rico, and she was the youngest of 11 kids. And when she came here, and as she's got older, she was very different than people in her neighborhood. She wasn't your yeah. She just was different. She always was. You know, she loved poetry. She loved hard rock. You know, like she, she just was very different. Loved to read. Loved science fiction. Star Trek was her thing. And she always would beat to beat her own drum. That was my mom. And like I said, my mom was probably one of the smartest people I knew. And a lot of who I am is because of her. So, like I said, this because of this one moment, it started making me think about life. Started making me think about loved ones and time, and it brought me to this. And I'll share one funny story with you. I remember one time when my mom had the talk with me. You know, every parent when they have with their child the talk. But with me, this talk was a little different. With me, she had the menstrual cycle talk. Yes, her 9 year old son, and she decided to have the menstrual cycle talk. And the reason being was because she was sending me to the store to buy some sanitary napkins. So she has this talk. And what's funny is that it's not even the talk of like explaining the whole process, but explaining how she feels before and during this process. So it's crazy, but like this, it's crazy that this is what sticks into my head. But it was just like this is just not a norm. But I remember my mom telling me, she's like, the week before, I may feel a little emotional. You just need to be very sensitive to that. Be understanding of that. Understand that there's gonna be time I may be in pain. There's gonna be time where, you know, I'm gonna need Motrin to get through it, and I'll crave chocolate. And this was what my mom told me. I love my mom. She was very unique. She was I always say like you look in this field of weeds, and you have that one beautiful flower or the puffy thing. I don't know if that's a dandelion or what that is. It's the puffy whatever. That was my mom. And she stood out that way. And I know she meant a lot to a lot of people in my family. Like sometimes she was the biggest cheerleader. She was the one they went to when things weren't going well in their lives, their home. They would come to my mom for that escape. And that's what my mom was for a lot of people. So, rice, beans, and tuna fish. So, so I remember when I met my wife, and I told one of my favorite dishes, it's white rice, pork and beans, and tuna fish. My wife wanted to throw up. I was like, what, Marilyn, what is that? That's disgusting. I was like, I know it sounds like it doesn't go together. But for whatever reason, it does. I don't know, it's the white rice with the sweetness of the baked beans, with the tuna fish. It just goes together. Listen, it's not for everybody, but it's a staple of what I had growing up. So one of the dishes my mom made. And to this day, I haven't had it as often as I used to. And I don't know if it's because, it was just a little hard. Um, I'll share one more story and then we'll go ahead and crack this baby open. And I remember it was actually after my mom passed, and it's like a year after. And I ended up taking my boys and my wife to Puerto Rico. And one of the things I said I was going to do was take my mom's ashes and push them out into the sea in Puerto Rico, because my mom loved the beach, and my mom never got to go back to Puerto Rico. Like she came out here when she was a year and a half. She never got to go back. She always wanted to. My mom was afraid of flying, and she just never went back. So we go to Puerto Rico, and I remember going to the beach, and it's funny. I have her ashes in my hand. It's like I get a small portion of it. Like I still have her urn here, but it was like, and I had this done the day that she had been cremated. I had asked him to do a separate one because I always wanted to plan to do this. And I'm in the beach, and it's the four of us early in the morning, and I go into the water, and No lie. So I'm facing with my back against the ocean. My wife, my two kids are in front of me, and I go and I dump her ashes. And no sooner than I do that, this huge wave comes out of nowhere, just smacks me in my back, and I go face flying into the water. They're cracking up, and they're like, "That was your mom. That was your mom." It was crazy. So that happened, and it made me feel close. I feel like she was there with me. What's crazy is that I think it was later that day or the next day we go to Old San Juan, and we end up doing a moto, and it's a long walk, and it was hot. I was like, okay, we need to eat something. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hangry. So like, you know what? I'm just gonna go a place, and like, look, there's a place not too far. We'll go through here, and it's like some hole in the wall where we walk in, and it's a store, and we're like, it says there's a restaurant here. He said, oh yeah, right this way. And in the side, it opens. It's like this small little like seating area, and it's a restaurant. So we go ahead and like, all right, you know what? I'm order some white rice, some. I think we got some pernil. I don't know if we got chuletas. When the food came out, I go to eat the rice, and I just stop and I start crying because it tasted just like my mom's rice. And I hadn't tasted that like it's why it was like a year, 2 years after she passed. So I hadn't tasted that in a long time. Man, it got to me, and again, I was like, you know what? My mom's with me. Like I don't know what happens when we die. I have no idea. Um, but I know we're energy, so I felt her energy with me that day, and I feel her energy with me a lot. And I think there are little reminders that pop up that make me think of her. She's probably with me right now. So just want to share that with you. And again, cherish the people that you love. Make sure you tell them you love them. Understand that life is short. All right, let's go ahead. Let's open this up. We're going 50-50. This is gonna be interesting right here. Let's see what we get. All right, Ohtani. Listen, man, Ohtani. He's a beast, man. Babe Ruth of my generation. All right, here we go. We have 10 packs here. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. First pack. Let's see if we get anything fun. Woohoo! Look at this professional style. Pop it open to the side so you don't mess up the things. Of course, I can't open anything right now. Pull, pull. So I think they're all like just Shohei Ohtani cards, and that's exactly what they are. It's all Shohei Ohtani cards. So, like I said, people are like, well, what's the purpose of this? Well, the goal is that you hope that you might be able to get one card that's a very rare card. We'll go ahead and I'll put these over here. We're gonna open up the next pack. But yeah, I mean, the story of this guy's amazing. This guy comes in, he can pitch, he can hit at the same level, which is just amazing. And the only thing I don't like is that he went to the Dodgers because like the Dodgers already have like an embarrassment of riches of good players, and he just adds to it. But it's okay though. Why? Because we had Juan Soto, baby. Oh, cannot wait. Cannot wait. See what we got here. More Shohei. Oh, 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 a signature Shohei Ohtani. This is 4 out of 5, baby. Boom, this is a hit. I'm sorry, I got very excited, but I didn't expect to get a signature card. This is awesome. Dude. Okay, we need to put this in a very safe place. Very, very excited. That's so freaking that is how beautiful that is. Oh my god, look how beautiful that is. Shohei Ohtani. I was so crap about the guy. Just hate that, his team knocked out the Mets in the playoffs last year. But he's still Shohei Ohtani. And I can't believe I got a freaking hit a signature autograph card. So it's fine. I got an autograph baseball by him, and now I got his autograph card. I'm gonna go send that over to PSA, get that baby graded. But that is awesome. I'm like, I'm just spinning through the cards now because I can't even talk about it. Shohei Ohtani card. Sorry. Whew. I'm glad you were able to share this with me. This is awesome because, dude, that's big. Shohei. But yeah, like the guy he's a beast, man. I got none but respect for the guy. He comes in here, he pitches like an all-star. He's probably one of the best hitters of this generation. The guy is just insane. He's Shohei. And the Dodgers are going to be tough this year. They're going to be a very tough team to beat. But I got confidence in my Mets. They're in the new Met spring training hat. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got over here. Probably not going to be any of the signature cards. There's usually one signature card per box, but you never know. So you have to open all of them. So it's opening it through. It's nothing. Like I said, it's pretty much different dates of when he played. So it's a different collection. Um, the boxes are hard to come by. Like on them, I got them when they first came out to the tops, but now on the secondary market, I think they're like almost double what they were initially selling for, which is insane. But that's why, because of the potential of getting a Ohtani card, a card signed by Ohtani. What's also crazy is that apparently he's changing his autograph. So like he's gonna have a new autograph starting, I believe, this year. Who knows? All right, gonna open this. One more pack. Here, yeah, just regular cards, regular cards, regular cards. All right. I know I haven't showed you everything, and the reason why is because of this card right here. That's why, because this card is beautiful. This is an amazing card. Let me go ahead and put this in this protective sleeve, and this is going to PSA. Sorry, I kind of lost all track of our conversation now because this is totally just taking my attention. But it's beautiful. All right. So that's my mom. Like I said, Mom, I miss you. Um, if you made this happen, I appreciate it. Awesome stuff. But yeah, man. Like I said, she made a big impact on my life. She made a big impact on my life. So, Mom, wherever you are, I love you. Um, everyone, thank you for taking the time and listening to my video this week. Please subscribe if you want to hear more. If you like what you hear, and say it next week. Next week Thursday. Um, so you then. All right. You guys have a good night. Don't forget to click and subscribe.